Hello, my beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel, Life with Nati, or welcome in if you're new. My name is Natalia. Friends and family call me Nati, and we are here for a whip update. How is everybody doing this lovely weekend? It is January 23rd, 2026, a Friday. Um, yeah, it's been a busy week. I had some family issues, let's just put it that way, that has been consuming my time, my brain, my everything. So I didn't do as much stitching as I really wish I would have, but it's okay. I got as much stitching as I could and wanted to, and I'm okay with that. So this week I did a total of 3,317 stitches. I worked on 6 projects. So out of 6 projects, a rough estimate of 3,317 because I don't know how to count my peppermint purple sal because it's black work and I don't know how to count black work stitching. So whatever I did on the black work plus my full coverage. So I mainly, if you don't know, sorry, I'm gonna stay still. If you guys don't know, I do mainly full coverage. I am a full coverage, big project. Love it. I do have some non-full coverage pieces, but I really don't work on it much. I'm going to be working on that for 2026 because I do want to get my samplers further along. Let's go ahead and jump right in and tell you what I got done this week. I want to start with, let's start with my peppermint purple sal. So with this sal, it's every Wednesday. For those who are not a member, it's every Wednesdays, and if you are a member to Peppermint Purple, it's every Monday. They release each block of that month, and I got mine done, and this is what she is looking like. I love this piece. I love it. This is my first time ever working with black work, and I was kind of scared of it at first, but not so much anymore. Sorry about the part threads. I still have to finish off the border going around, and the squares that goes in the inside. I already have the 2026 at the very bottom, and I am up to date with all of the weeks. Super exciting. I basically pull this piece out if it's not this. I pull it out when I just don't want to think about anything and I just want to stitch. It's easy to follow along on the border, not a lot of counting. So yeah, I still have to finish the border. Once the border's complete, all I have to worry about is the weeklies. Okay, the next stitch along I'm going to show you guys is Cottage Keep by L&L Designs. This is the Heaven and Earth Designs 2026 stitch along, and I did a total of 997 stitches this week. This is on 28 count 1/1 full cross. This is what she is looking like, and I'll be sure to add pictures as I go. I have done a total of 5,083 stitches out of 88,145 stitches, bringing me to a 5.76%. I really wanted to do 1,700 stitches a week on this one, but like I said, life didn't agree to that plan this week. But I am enjoying myself. I love that there is a beautiful mix of confetti and block stitching on this piece. I know it's just the top. I know it's going to get ridiculous towards the bottom where all the flowers and stuff is at, but I'm here for it. I'm okay with this. All right, continuing on with the stitch alongs. My next pattern I have is Atop the Vintage Book Pile by Sir Kai. This is charted by Stitches So Beautiful. I love this piece. It's just a gorgeous piece. Love Blue Dragon. Um, this is a stitch along, a monthly stitch along with Stitches So Beautiful over on Facebook. Um, she wants us to stitch a minimum of 250 stitches a week, and post it over on Facebook for a chart at the end of the month. I did a total of 287 stitches, so bare minimum. I'm not proud of that, but I did the bare minimum to get my stitches in, and it's gonna change that. But this is what she is looking like now. I am doing cross country by page. This is on 28 count, 1/1 full cross. I am sitting at a total of 9,081 stitches out of 90,000 stitches, bringing me to exactly 1%. But I really do love this piece. It's coming along so pretty, and it's very easy stitching. Uh, that I want to get further into this project. I don't like that I did bare minimum, but that will change. All right, that was all of my stitch alongs. I was doing the cross stitch studio stitch along, but the mystery cell, not gonna lie, I'm not enjoying it as much. I think I might want to switch projects so that I can continue with the stitch along, just not the mystery stitch along, until I see more of the pattern. I'm afraid I'm not gonna like it. That's my problem with mysteries. I need to know what it looks like in the end. If I'm going to dedicate so much time to a project, I want to see what I'll be stitching. So far, it is coming out beautiful. There are people that literally stitch the page as soon as it's released. They have it posted like 2 days later of it finished, and I'm like, y'all are some very fast stitchers. And what I see so far is very pretty. I just need to see more, and also it's extreme confetti. All right, now games. I am still doing WIP GO. However, the last piece that I have to finish on my WIP GO board, eh, for this month at least, is Little Cake Shop by Amy Stewart. So that is the Quick Stitch Little Cake Shop Max Colors. And the confetti on that thing is mind-blowing. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't really feel like picking it up, so I haven't. I do plan on still doing 1,000 stitches on it. Um, just not yet. Because the last 2 weeks I've only stitched 124 stitches, so I still got, yeah, I still got over 800 stitches to stitch left on that one. But I will get to it, I promise. As for the other one that was called for, that was Beauty and the Beast, and I I already stitched 1,000 stitches that was called for it. I actually stitched 1,198 stitches, so I don't have to touch that piece if I don't want to. But if I do, I just pick it up and work on it. Now, the last game that I am playing is the Mylestonne Manor. All of this is by Jessie Marie Does Stuff here on YouTube, and she created both of these games, and she's amazing at creating games for stitching. I love it. I am all here for it, and I am having a blast with Mylestonne Manor. So in last week's video, I had to do more on the hummingbirds in spring, by Donna Gelsinger. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. I still had to do about 415 stitches to complete that one before I can move on in the house. And I did. So this is what she is looking like now. And I did a total of 485 stitches this week on this one, bringing it to 2,121 stitches out of 85,725 stitches, making that 2.47%. this is what she looks like now. This is on 28 count 1/1 full cross, and this piece is for in the memory of my mother. 'Cause she loved hummingbirds. Her spirit animal was a honey hummingbird, and I seen this one, and it was given to us because of last year's stitch along, for reaching 2,000 subscribers, 2,000 members joining that year, and yeah, I seen it, almost cried. And it's like I have to do it for my mom, so I did. So she is gonna get put away until I have to go back into the office. Yeah, the office. So, and then last week's video, we did play the Mylestonne Manor together, and we spun the wheel to figure out which we're going to be entering next. And the wheel spun for the dining room kitchen area, and then we took out the baggie and figured out which project we would be working on. And what I pulled out was Supersize Max Color Amy's Sanctuary of Stitching. This is what it's going to look like when it's finished. And this one was for, this chart is an exclusive chart only for the people who are participating in the Heaven and Earth Design Stitch Along for 2026. You actually have the choice to choose from Supersize, regular, max color, Supersize, max color. And I chose Go Big or Go Home. So as soon as I pulled this project, I immediately went and got fabric. And I was humming and hawing on what count fabric I should go with. And I decided to go with 32 count fabric because it's already going to be massive. I don't want to overwhelm myself with how massive it's going to be. So I chose 32 count, and I'm stitching this 1/1 full cross. And then last week we we rolled the dice, and the dice told us that we had to stitch 1,600 stitches. I did not reach it yet, but I will. But I have not reached it yet. I got 707,000, I wish, 707 stitches completed on this one. And this is where I'm at now. So again, that's 707 stitches. I'm sorry, 800. Did I say 7? I counted the wrong one. 841 stitches. Sorry. So this is 841 stitches out of 559,440 stitches. This is massive. I am at 0.15% with this one. I decided to start it on the lower right hand side, which I've never done before. This is the first time I ever did a lower start, but I'm happy I did. Why did I choose that? Honestly, I have no idea. I just wanted to do something new, and this was new. So, yes, I am loving this piece though. And I was a little bit nervous with how tight the grid would be on 32 count 1/1 full cross, but I'm actually, there's no complaints here. I love it, and I love how it looks. I love how full it looks. I'm just that type of stitcher. Like I don't want to see the fabric at all through my stitches. So yes, I have to do the last remaining of the stitches so that I can move on with the game. However, I'm going to be stitching on that one today, which means I will get it done today. So that means I kind of want to play another round of Mylestonne Manor with you guys. But before I do, I did do another new start. Is anybody surprised? I think not. So I was watching Flosstube, and I came across cross stitch and Cambria Flosstube, and he completed a piece that I have been looking at for a year now, about a year. and wanting to stitch it so bad. But one, couldn't figure out where I can get it. And two, if I truly wanted to. But then I seen his complete finish and I was like, I need it in my life now. And the one I really, 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 really wanted to start was Nostalgic Tarot Cards by the Witchy Stitcher. So I ended up getting 14 count Black Ada. Why? I don't know. I'm crazy because I don't stitch 14 count. I don't go anything lower than maybe 22 count. But I decided 14 count. Sure, why not? Completely underestimating how massive this piece is. But I did a total of 707 stitches out of 14,159 stitches. This one is looking like. Pretty, right? I have to frog it all out. I started this piece on the wrong side of the fabric. So now I have to start it all over again, which is heartbreaking. But it's fine. I will restart it because I have been looking at this piece for so long and I've been wanting to stitch it for so long and I'm not going to back down now. So I'll just restart it and y'all guys can follow along with it. I know there's a bunch of people who started this project, who was doing the project, and it's coming out beautifully. And I wanted to jump in that bandwagon because I love it. I love that piece with a passion. It's not full coverage, but it's still something that I know I will continue to be passionate about and get her finished. Will she be finished this year? I don't know. Probably not, but I'm gonna try. But yes, I do have to restart it, and it's heartbreaking, but what can you do? All right, so that was all of my stitching this week. Yeah, you know that was it. Right, so let's go ahead and look at Mylestonne Manor. If you guys don't know what Mylestonne Manor is, again, Jessie Marie Doescraft will explain this game in beautiful detail, easy for you to understand. She also, in her video, will have links in her description box where you can print out these very needed, for me at least, charts that you can keep track of all of your information and makes it easier on you. So I'll have her video linked in the description box, so that way you can just click on it, check it out, and see if you want to join this amazing game. So Mylestonne Manor, you basically have your house, and this is Jessie Marie's chart that was printable on her page or her YouTube channel. So sorry, words are just hard. And I just used it. I didn't make my own blueprint. Call it lazy. But I have opened 2 rooms so far. And I have owned, and then you also have this sheet, which is your life and your XPs. And again, she will explain it so much better than I will. And then this one is your WIP sheet. So you basically fill out those boxes when you hit a milestone. All right. I hit a milestone with hummingbirds. So I ended up getting an XP point. And basically at the I ended up just writing what day I hit the milestone and what chart I used. What chart got me there. Then on my WIP sheet, I was able to fill in one of the boxes. And you basically choose what milestones you want for each project. So for hummingbirds, I want at least 3,000 stitches before the end of the year, at least. So that's what I have. 3 little boxes that I can fill in. I filled in the first one because, yay, I hit 1,000 stitches with that one. And then now I have to finish the Amy Stewart chart. That one, I am aiming for 5,000 stitches at least by the end of the year. So once I finish this one, I will be able to fill in a box because was able to hit 1,000 stitches. All right. So I want to play the game with you guys. That way I can just pull out the next WIP as soon as I finish the Amy one and continue. However, there are rules to this game. When you go into a room and you leave the room, you're going to land in the hallway, which means you have to work on the project that is assigned for the hallway. Jessie says that she recommends that you choose a WIP that you want a lot of progress on for the hallway. My hallway piece is Dragon Race into the Night. I adore this piece. So that's my hallway one. Another one she recommends you putting a WIP that you want to work a lot on is your start and possibly stairs. So my start photo is Treasure Hunt Bookshelf, and then my stairs is Traveling Library. My husband's about to walk into the door, so it's going to get a little loud. Give me 1 second. So, sorry about that, jump. I was just waiting for my husband to walk in through the door. He's walking around the house, so if you hear noises in the background, it's life. And that's my husband. I am in the living room, well, I'm sorry, not the living room. No, I'm not. I'm in the dining room, but it's not a dining room. We converted it into the craft room, and mine and my husband's room. So I have a desk right here, and my husband has his desk right there. They're literally side by side. And then I have my drafting table, what you guys are sitting on right now, where I normally diamond paint. Okay, so what was I saying? Oh, hallway. So the rules about this game is you leave a room, you jump into the hallway. You have to do the WIP in the hallway before you move on to the next one. So we are currently in the dining room kitchen area. And in her rules is you can't walk through walls. However, if you're looking at this, I am right here. This is the hallway. I'm going to spin the wheel to see what room the wheel's going to pick next so that I can see if I have to do the hallway or not. So, we'll see. Low-key, wanted to be in the hallway because I love Dragon Race into the Night and I would love to work on it. But we shall see. Alright, so here's my wheel with all the downstairs rooms. I want to open all the doors downstairs before I move upstairs. So let me turn down the brightness so that you guys can see. There we go. And we're going to spin. All right, that is the playroom. We do have to go into the hallway. So we're going to get out of the kitchen and there's the playroom. So we're gonna have to work on Dragon Race into the Night. However, we also have to pick what is going to be the playroom. So do a little mix. Not cheating. And we're gonna open, and we have Alternative Reality by Josephine Wall. Let me go ahead and write that down. All right. Now my end of year goal for Alternative Reality is 2 pages. Now, Alternative Reality is a supersized chart by Heaven and Earth Design, artwork by Josephine Wall. Ouch. We got this. I have a feeling I'm going to end up getting another hit point for Alternative Reality, but it's okay. Let's go ahead and roll some dice. So we're gonna first, forgot to write one more thing down. Okay, we're gonna go for Dragon Race into the Night first, because we have to go to the hallway before we go into the playroom. So here are my dice. I decided I'm just gonna make it easier and just roll all three at the same time. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get no glare. There we go. And roll. All right. So we got for, oh, and by the way, it's D12 plus D20. So dice 12 by the plus dice 12 plus dice 20. And then you got to multiply whatever that number is by 10 tenths. So, Dragon Race. We have, so the dice 12 is 5. Dice 20 is 6. No, sorry. Yes, no, 6. By dice 10 was 30. Eesh, that's not good. So, Dragon Race into the Night is 330 stitches. That's not a lot. Oh, goodness. And then we have alternative reality. Let's go ahead and roll for alternative reality. Whoa, I almost dropped my phone. All right. Okay, so alternative reality is 9 plus 16 times 10. Oh, that's horrible. So 250. I feel like I'm going to get 2 hit points taken for this week. But it's okay. That's the joy of the game, right? All right, you guys. That is that. So next week, what to expect? We expect that the supersized max color Amy's Sanctuary of Stitching will have her called for 1,600 stitches complete. And then we have to do 330 stitches for Dragon Race into the Night because we went into the hallway. And then 250 stitches on alternative reality. Before I let you go, let's see how they look right now. All right, so this is what Dragon Race into the Night is looking like right now. She already has a total of 3,960 at a 0.73%. And I want a I want 7 pages done on Dragon Race to the Night. I don't think we're gonna hit that milestone because I have all these stitches here and then all these stitches here for this page to be finished. But we'll see. That is Dragon Race into the Night. Excuse me. That is Dragon Race into the Night for right now. And then alternative reality. I want it to page finish, but I'm going to have to look a little bit into it because I'm starting on her face and I have no idea how the page work on that one. So we'll see. But right now, this is her. I do have a little bit done up here on this corner, but I'm not going to take it out of the hoop. But she has 2,918 stitches at 0.39%. That is her face right now. I know I had a comment in my video saying they can't wait until alternative reality comes back out. So you wished it into existence. Unfortunately, I only have 250 stitches to put on her. I'm gonna try my best not to go further than that, but it's gonna be hard. But that's it. And then also in next week's video, I hope to have more of the Heaven and Earth Design Stitch Along Cottage complete. And then Peppermint purple. That box should be completed. And then more of the atop a vintage book pile. And then maybe I will do the Cross Stitch Studios mystery sale. That is all of the cross stitch updates and plans for next week. And then let's see. All right, so if you guys were here only for the cross stitching, that is all for right now. I have a very, very short clip for the diamond painting portions of the section because I've only worked on one diamond painting and I didn't even do much on it, unfortunately. But that is it for the cross stitching. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have not already, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button, that thumbs up, and then in the comments below, let me know which is your favorite project and are you working on any ones that I'm working on? And I will definitely see you guys in the next one, hopefully looking a little bit more alive. All right, you guys. Love you laters, and time for the diamond painting. All right, so there was only one diamond painting that I worked on. I only worked on it for a day. Like I said, life is life, and I didn't get much of any of my hobbies done as much as I wish I did, but it's okay. So the one that I worked on was Lightness Around You by Panera. And I got the whole column done. There we go. So I literally have one more column to do, and I will be complete with the WIP GO that I put for myself for 50% done on this painting. Then that's the full thing. So I plan on going all the way to her eye. I'm currently right here, if you can't tell. Right here. Yeah, this is what she's looking like. This is a round. This is a 70 by 50 centimeter round by the one with the diamond art. I love their paintings. I love Diamond Art Club. And I would love to work on more diamond paintings, but life is life. So that's all I got done on this one. I plan on working a little bit more with this one either today or tomorrow, and then I want to pull out Little Cake Shop and work on Little Cake Shop. Unfortunately, this is what I love about games and recording and whatever. It makes you realize what's making you kind of backtrack. So although I love You May Work, I don't love color blocking. So working on Storm Inside, which is my other You May piece, has given me a bit of a burnout on diamond painting, and I don't want that. I have way too many diamond paintings to have burnout on diamond painting. So I'm just sitting her aside, and I think what I'm doing is doing the Cupcake Bakery in place of Storm Inside. And Cupcake Bakery is also part of the Ticket to Ride event that's going on. And that is the painting that I chose for it. So I think I'm going to do more of that one and not so much on Storm Inside until I'm ready and I want that color blockiness. Color blocking is just not my thing right now. And it's okay. But yes, you guys, that is all for right now. If you guys are interested, I do have a Facebook group. I'll have it linked in the description box, but I do have a Facebook group. It's currently called Stitchin' Books. However, I just recently found out that there is a YouTuber that is Stitchin' Books, and I don't want to feel like I'm biting off her name. So I'm going to change the group name to Whips and Books. That way, anybody who does any type of hobby, that is diamond painting, cross stitch, quilting, you name it. You guys have a place where you, and obviously, you have to love books. Like, do you like to listen to books while you're cross stitching or doing any of your whips? That way we can go there and basically we choose a book of the month. And right now, this month, we are reading Hollow, which is, I like it so far. And you basically just go on there, show us what you're working on, and if you are following along with the books, are you enjoying the book? And also give us some book suggestions. I mean, if you love to do crafts and listen or read books, please join. I'll have it linked in the description box. It is going to get changed with the name because I don't want Stitch and Books to feel like I'm biting off her name. I really didn't know that was a person. My son just woke up. That is my cue to let you guys go. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will definitely see you guys in the next one. Love you later.